My topic is maximizing creativity and profit for sustainability as a freelancer in UK's performance industry. It's a case study of two black female creatives in England and Wales. So I chose two freelancers as opposed to organizations. Now, my first guest name is Sharonita Costini. She's a creative director, mobile filmmaker, an ethnic minority advocate, a brand and style consultant, and she's based in Cardiff, Wales. The second person is Stephanie Stevens. She's an actor, singer, writer, theatre maker, who is based in Crawley, England. Sharonita Costini, she is a Sierra Leone Greek immigrant. She's an early career artist. She is the woman behind the camera. That's what I describe her to be. She's a woman behind the camera and also many early career and emerging artists in Cardiff, Wales, and England. Her credits go, she has over 20 credits to her brand, and her features include Alexander McQueen, the BBC, Wanju Concept, and so on and so forth. She is passionate about creating opportunities for and featuring and promoting minority ethnic groups in the UK, and that's why I chose her. And she is also passionate about the inclusion of dark-skinned women in the society. As you can see, I'm darker skinned than everybody. She's the founder of Elenated Magazine and the creative club Himru. Elenated Magazine is a print magazine that advocates for minority ethnic groups, while the creative club also is a physical space and it can also be used as a theatre space and also filming space for minority ethnic groups, and it's in the capital centre in Cardiff City Centre. So, our quote is, I look for a way to solve my problem, then I offer it to others. Our website is www.sharonitacostini.com. Stephanie Stevens. She is a Nigerian British actor. She's a barista turned actor through representation. What does this mean? She saw a woman that looked like her on stage, and then that was where she fell in love with acting. She said, I've never seen someone that looked like me. I never knew I could do this, but because I saw her, and the name of the woman she saw is Marianne Jane Baptiste in Ang by Debbie Tucker Green at the Royal Court Theatre. And she has published monologues in an anthology of dynamic new monologues for underrepresented ethnicities. Of course, I'm one of them. Quote, I remember I used to go into audition rooms and apologize for being there, but one day it just won't. Our website, or say a link, is on Spotlight. Line of inquiry, identity and personality. In brackets, SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And second one, location, branding, and sustainability. I'm going to tell us the reason why I chose those. Okay, I'm going to skip all of this because everybody has a copy of everything on their table for time's sake. My deductions, so I'm going to be touching on those things in the table as I go on. My deductions is, pardon me, I was so curious, so I asked tons of questions because I'm new in the UK, I'm new in the, in the industry, so I needed to know a lot. So out of 43 contexts outlined, I found out that only 20 similarities were found between these two practitioners, and it depended on variables like area of expertise, experience, specialization, approach to life, income, expenses, and profit. Expenses is something I like to talk about, which is in relation to funding, money, income, whatever we call it. Sharon's approach is more of like a branding side. She's from the business side of things, and she doesn't believe she needs an agent, whereas Stephanie believes she needs an agent, and it actually helps her focus more on her craft as an artist, as an actor, as a theatre maker, and also she doesn't pay rent. Stephanie doesn't pay rent, whereas Sharon pays rent. And Sharon works in office stage circles, McDonald's, and does a lot of other things inside the industry. So, it speaks for itself. Stephanie has more ways of getting jobs because of her agency, so that's the advantage. Her agent, as for her, they help her get jobs, and so she's actually more focused in working in the industry as opposed to working outside. Though she believes in working outside, she has done care jobs before, but because she has more experience than Sharon, she has 8 years of experience, she has owned her craft to the point where she's not making major source of income from her acting, theater making, scratch nights, and a lot of that. Film, TV, commercial, she has done a lot. Now, the SWOT analysis. From the SWOT analysis, which I'm going to be touching on later, I found out that our personality affects our work ethic, income, profit, and sustainability. Also, the location, because one is based in England, and Stephanie, who is based in England and she stays in England, Crawley. She said Crawley is not far from London. It just literally takes a train. So she goes to London almost every single day. So there's more diversity in London. She's black, she's Nigerian. There are more opportunities for her. And so our involvement in the industry is more. Compared to Sharon, who is in Wales, Cardiff, Wales, and it doesn't have so much diversity as such. Both of them actually highlighted that social media can help you as a freelancer when you showcase your work and the internet generally. One thing that I found out as a weakness for Sharon, I wouldn't say, was the boundaries. Stephanie, because of her long years of experience, has more specific boundaries, and then she knows how to have a clear line between professional boundaries and personal boundaries. Whereas Sharon, because she's still 2 years in the performance industry, she is still learning to find her feet, and she's, at that point, you are just saying yes to everything in code. And so that's one thing that has been affecting them. And a lot of emphasis by both parties, a lot of emphasis was placed on community as a means of development, profit, and sustainability. Now, on that table I gave everyone, I decided to do a bar chart for the amount of times these words were mentioned. The word agent, social media and internet branding, fund funding, community film and TV, advocacy, skin, hair, theater. And I found out that the word fund and funding were mentioned 14 times. And agent was mentioned 6 times, social media 11, branding 11, film and TV 11, theater 7, advocacy 5, skin and hair 2, and 4 and 2. And I thought that maybe because of our skin color we're not getting just, but no, it turns out that this is the most, the problem, the one that they have the problem with the most. Yeah, my biggest takeaways now. Be a part of a thriving community online and offline. That's what I learned from both of them. And also, if I can, build a community. Secondly, think beyond wealth and think for the long haul. Thirdly, I asked them, what is your mantra? And they both gave me the same answer. I am enough. And I said it reflects the level of self-confidence, self-worth, and self-awareness. Another thing that they both said that were similar is go with your gut feeling. Stephanie said you create what you create, your audience will come. And Sharon says, do your thing. And, it reminds me of a quote by Samuel Johnson in his book, The Rambler, that says, it generally happens that assurance keeps an even pace with ability, and fear of miscarriage in our first attempt is gradually dissipated as our skill advances towards certainty of success. Another thing is register on Spotlight as an actor. I have to do that. I have a showreel, spend more time with myself because I need to know my SWOT analysis is going to help my acting journey. Teamwork will take me places, train more, focus more, make work and not wait for phone calls. Put my work out there, and that's where the social media comes in. Go for audition, show up more often, more vulnerability in acting. So I asked both of them. I asked Stephanie, in one word, what is acting? She said vulnerability. I asked Sharon, in one word, what is freelancing? She said independent. So I was thinking, the question is, how do I merge being vulnerable and being independent? So I thought about it deeply, and I said, okay, I think this is the confidence thing. It starts from within. Confidence is not something that can be taught like a skill. Confidence is a state of mind. And that's Judi Dench in her book titled And Furthermore. Konstantin Stanislavski also said in his book Creating a Role, doubt is the enemy of creativeness. So, hence, confidence is a key factor in career sustainability. Stephanie also says that continuous self-development is a major key to sustainability. And I feel like this is really true. And I found a good quote by Stanislavski again, says, love art in yourself, not yourself in art. Whereas Sharon says, My brand is a reflection of who I am, and it takes a deliberate effort to build it. And I found another very good point to back it up, saying a brand must have a USP, a unique selling proposition, and that will inform your brand identity and distinguish your brand from other brands. Overall, Julie Dench again, saying positive thinking, practice, training, knowledge, and talking to other people are all useful to help and boost and improve your self-confidence level. This is a part that I want to touch. It's called financial sustainability. And there's this book I read, the title of the book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. I don't know if you've seen it. And the other book is Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant. So I wanted to use this cash flow quadrant to explain what is really going on between the three of us, myself, Sharon, and Stephanie, because we all look alike. Yeah, representation, that's why. So, the cash flow quadrant is, Robert Kiyosaki believes that there are four kinds of people in the society. We have the employee, we have the business owner, we have the self-employed, and the investor. And we are freelancers, so we're self-employed people. And for the first point, I would say stability is not enough from what I've seen. Although income has to be greater than expenses, but as an employee and as a self-employed person, what the income we are receiving here is called active income. And as a business owner and as an investor, the income they are receiving here is passive income. So Robert Kiyosaki believes that our passive income has to be greater than our active income if you want to have rest for the rest of your life. Sorry, but I think that's what it means. So, self-employed people, the weakness we have is that we have high standards for our work because we have hard time delegating to others, and we don't like to hire employees because nobody does it better than us. That's what we believe. So Robert Kiyosaki believes that most self-employed people / freelancers don't own a business. We own a job. Interesting. When self-employed people need more money, we look for more hours, and that is really sad, but it is well. Our cash flow analysis. So I thought about it. Stephanie, actually, the two people are both, they all have four different types of, these four different categories in their life, which is really impressive. And I didn't even know that until yesterday night while I was thinking. So, Stephanie is employed because she works in care once in a while. She's an employee, she is self-employed because she's an actor. She is a business owner because she's delegating the managerial work to her agent. And she's an investor because she has published a book. She has written monologue in a book, which means that she's going to get, money from that book. And if she writes more books, she's going to get much money. Sharon, too, on the other side, we have talked about her employment. She works in McDonald's. She's an employee. She works in Offitset. She's self-employed because she's a freelancer, so she works as a freelancer for brands. And she's also a business owner because she delegates. I remember telling us that she founded two companies, Elevated Magazine and the Creative Blog, in which she delegates the duties to others. And then also she's an investor because she's very smart. She told me she's been saving so that she wants to go into real estate. It doesn't have to be in the arts, my opinion. Now, to me, as an employee, I want to do other jobs in the arts industry to start with. Maybe part-time job outside, realistically, because it's just, oh my God, 15 minutes. Okay, freelance, self-employed. I want to be, of course, I'm an actor, theater maker, business. I want to hire an agent and run a production company in the long run. And then investment, I want to invest in filmmaking, write and publish books. So yes, I want to be really rich. Amen. So, if Sharon was staying here, she would say, I will build my own table if I'm not invited. I feel like that is really cool. Stephanie says, excelling in theater will make your work sustainable. As an actor, yes, I agree. And what will I say? Trust the process. Thank you very much.
Well done, EJ. So trusting the process. How's this process been like for you to interview and discuss and reflect on two female creatives in the industry. What is it the main thing it's given you, or clarity?
Confidence.
So confidence.
Yeah.
That's a good one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because I've always been passionate about representation, inclusion, and
Right.
that's why I decided to put on this outfit today,
Yeah.
so that you can see that we all look alike,
Yeah.
in a way. And
Yeah.
this is representation. If they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So
That's
why.
great. I was wondering. Sorry, my computer's just gone off. I've run out of battery. I was just wondering about the idea in the second but last slide, where you say, oh yeah, that one. So you've got 4 different areas there, haven't you? As the employee, the freelance, business, and investment. Previous to starting out these interviews with the 2 freelancers, were you thinking of those 4 points of business, investments?
To be honest, I didn't have a structure about how it's all going to be, because growing up, even in Nigeria, if you say you're an actor, you don't appear serious. It's like you don't have a plan, you don't have a structure for your life. But this research and digging deep research, reading wide, asking these people questions, and thinking, because one thing I love about this whole course is you will have to think and reflect deeply, and really thinking and reflecting and analyzing all this has made me see that this is a very serious career, and yeah, and it's professional, and I'm proud that I'm here.
Well, yeah, great. Well, we can have our applause, but yeah. I think it's, that idea that we've already seen to a thread through everyone's presentation about the idea of being aware of the machinations or how things operate, rather than just the delivery of the creative side is really important, isn't it? And you've demonstrated that well. TJ, thank you very much. So yeah, do you have a question, or?
I just wanted to comment on that last thing, which was, I can't remember which person said the quote, but if I'm not invited to the table, then I'll build my own table.
Yeah.
I really, really like that. And I was like, I was really interested, this is another conversation, I think, what does that mean to have to build your own table when there's a massive table over here that seemingly everybody's at and I'm not part of it? Because that takes a lot of resilience to build your own table. So what does that actually look like in practicality, based on what these people are saying, their experiences? So,
yeah, I think I have an answer to that, and I feel like I think the sole purpose of why we do things for sustainability, let me just use the word sustainability because I don't want to use the word profit, so I don't look like I'm selfish. But for sustainability is we just have to find a way to solve a problem, meet a need. So I feel like as long as we are meeting that need, building the table, getting the resources that we have and we have at our beck and call, building a table doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a big table. We could even start small and start where we are. So yeah.
I also really like, just from a personal point of view, both of them unknown to each other and completely different, both said the same thing, I am enough.
Yes.
And that's really interesting. Isn't that quite important? I think it's important for an artist to say, I am enough, I can fulfill, I can do, I don't have to be imitating or worried about being seen as what's the word? I forgot. Like as a fake or as an imposter.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, imposter syndrome, isn't it? But they both say, Stephanie and Shamita, I am enough. Love it. That's good. So, okay, well done.
Thank you.